Hallöchens everybody and welcome to the room where magic happens. It's a musician's edition though, so we're in my home studio. I've released 2 EPs and a bunch of singles so far, and everything from songwriting, recording, producing, mixing was done here in this little room. So with this video I'd like to introduce you guys into my music universe, but also to show you guys that to produce your own music on a good professional level you don't need much. Your setup doesn't have to be overcomplicated, too expensive. You don't necessarily need a lot of gear. So if you're thinking to start producing your own music, maybe you should hurry up before AI takes over music industry completely and steals all our jobs. Yeah, I actually wanted to make a positive vlog here, so let's get started. This is my main workspace. I'd like to keep things simple, clean, organized. Jesus, it sounds very German. Well, 11 years later since I moved here, this is the result. My computer in the background, even though it looks super fancy, is from 2013. We bought it, I think, around 5 years ago, used, and it still works absolutely fine. Even with huge projects with over 100 tracks, works absolutely perfect. Singer's best friend, my mic. Shure SM7, it's a classic one. I think it's most popular in podcasting and radio, but also in the music industry. Like, for example, Michael Jackson recorded Thriller into this mic. I mean, the vocal parts. Well, not only him, as far as I googled, other artists like Jack White, Sheryl Crow, and Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers and Bob Dylan, they all used it to complement their signature vocal sounds. Next station, my girlfriend. Look at her. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? People think that we've been together for a long time. I mean, we definitely have some moves together. We look great, but in fact, I just bought it less than 2 years ago and I haven't played guitar before. However, I'm writing songs with her and come up with some cool guitar ideas, riffs and licks and grooves. Like, for example, here in One of Many. Or in Let Them Out. It's just I collect these ideas, record them roughly, and then let my bandmates record them properly and play live on stage. Okay, since we're speaking about this beautiful lady, I want to show you guys how I decorated her guitar cover. So someone from my building threw away some pieces of fabric, and one of them was super cool, this, I don't know, giraffe-like. At first didn't know what to do with it, and then I got the idea to upcycle my guitar cover. I think it's just the cheapest one, so there's nothing special about it at all. And I wanted to personalize it somehow, so when I come over to a gig, so people know whose guitar is it. No sewing machine necessary, it's a very DIY handwork over here. And then I put my name on it with some contrasty color, and I think it works super cool. Here's my little wall of fame. For a long time I was someone who thought that, you know, to brag about what you've done in the past is weird, and so I didn't appreciate what I've already achieved, and I think it's also like some sort of a mental fail that I'm trying to fix. Nowadays I'm trying to appreciate what I've done so far, what I've achieved so far, and without bragging about it, just acknowledge that I actually had it in my career. So this is a poster of my debut EP release gig. Super important because this is basically the launch of my career, the launch of project Vyka. So what we have here is my only vinyl, like the only vinyl where my music is. So it's not my personal vinyl, okay? It's a compilation, Listen to Berlin. So basically it's a collection of songs of Berlin-based newcomers and, well, some established artists as well. And I really wanted to be a part of this compilation. I applied, I think, 3 times, and this third attempt was actually successful. So it's a current compilation 24-25. There is my picture over here. Yeah. My track Borderline is on side A here, Vyka Borderline. It's a super cool compilation because it gives opportunity to play live. They recently had a stage on Fête de la Musique where my band and I played a 1-hour set. I have a vlog about it, how it went, so you can check it out. Speaking about past and achievements, boom, what do we have? What do we have? Yeah, it's the Voice of Germany card. Exactly. I don't know why there's lipstick on it. Yeah, 2016, I took part in The Voice of Germany. I passed the blind auditions, and yeah, the experience was both cool and traumatic. And you guys let me know in the comments if you'd like to have a separate vlog about it, if you'd like to hear the story, how the competition went for me. I will maybe talk about it because honestly, I haven't talked about it on none of my social media. Yeah. Exactly because of the experience. So yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know. Since I showed you guys the first poster, let me show you the most recent one. Boom! Who's that? This poster was for my second EP release gig that we just had in May. It was a sold-out show, was a kind of milestone for me, and yeah, the poster also super fire. Here's my little bookshelf. I don't have a lot of books here because studio is also not a place where I'm usually reading, but this is more about like to make this place more cozy and more personal, so I just have some books that make me feel good. This is probably the only self-help book that I own, that I actually read in the times when I was just starting producing music. And yeah, I know the feeling when you just don't know where exactly to start, what to do. There is so much things that you need to learn, and yeah, confusion is the word. This book kind of helped me to structurize what I'm doing, because like Twyla Tharp, she's a choreographer and she shares a lot of her work routine, how she's preparing herself to plays that she's choreographing. So there's a chapter, Rituals of Preparation, and there is one little thing that I actually incorporated into my working routine that I'm using every day. So in this chapter, Rituals of Preparations, she's talking about her friends from very different backgrounds and different professions, and their rituals of how they get into work. So she's talking about, for example, a chef. Before going to work, he goes to his balcony where he has all these herbs. So basically to get inspired, but by all this scents, he gets into the correct mood to start his working day. Or, for example, a painter, she knows that she can't do anything in her studio without propulsive music pounding out of her speakers. A writer, she knows he can only write outside. So basically, like different rituals that people have while working. So in my case, every time I come to the studio and I want to work on something, before I even switch on the computer or take my guitar, I put a cream on my hands. It sounds very weird. It's an unnecessary habit, but it's just something that I trained my mind to get into work. Like, okay, I'm doing this and we're gonna start working. Okay, I think this is it for now. I've just started recording these vlogs recently. This is the 3rd episode, and I'm super curious to find out if you like this format. Please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.